Welcome back to the David Pakman Show.
Make sure if you haven't yet, and if you're on Twitter or Facebook, go to donateyouraccount.com/David Pakman Show. Donate your Twitter or Facebook followers to the show. It literally takes seconds, Lewis. It's free, and it really helps us get the word out about the show. Mm-hmm. You still haven't done it, have you?
Maybe.
Soon I feel like soon you should do it. I think it's about time.
I'm working on it.
We were talking about the controversy, which shouldn't even have been a controversy, about Chaz Bono being on Dancing with the Stars. Now, Chaz Bono is the former daughter of Cher and Sonny Bono, who decided to have a gender reassignment surgery and become a man. And we talked about the merits and the logistics and legitimacy of wanting to change one's gender, and we got that out of the way. And we had some disagreements, Lewis, but what we did agree on was that no kids were going to be convinced to change gender because they see Chaz Bono on Dancing with the Stars. However, conservatives kept saying it's going to be confusing to kids, it's inappropriate, we shouldn't have that. And interestingly enough, on Dancing with the Stars, when we're talking about what should and shouldn't be on television and what kids are going to be negatively affected by, Nancy Grace had a nip slip. Her nipple popped out during a segment. She was just apparently standing there, and a nipple popped out. And I guess what happened was that
they needed some air.
They it was blurred, I guess. There must be some kind of a delay, right? And is it true, Natan, that they actually went to an image of a crowd filmed somewhere else that was silent to indicate the crowd was somehow in disagreement with the nip slip?
The clip I saw online had like a cutaway to a completely different event, but I don't know if the clip I saw might have been, edited
after the fact. That may not have been the live situation. So there's so much here to discuss. The first thing is this idea that if children hear or see a swear or a naked body part, their lives are ruined, right? I mean, let's go back to the Super Bowl Janet Jackson nipple incident with Justin Timberlake. How many years ago was that at this point?
Oh, that wasn't a nipple, David. That was the whole breast.
Oh, it was everything but the nipple. That's right. The nipple was covered by some kind of tassel.
Was it?
Yeah, or some kind of things like a sticker or something was on the nipple. In any event, now that we've had some time to look back on that, in retrospect, how many kids' lives were ruined because of the Janet Jackson breast incident?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Probably like a few million.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So if we're honest with ourselves...
I think it's the reason that we slipped into a
recession.
Yeah, probably.
So many kids were distraught. They were they were traumatized, and they were talking to their parents all about that. So the parents couldn't make good investment decisions, and then they were taken advantage of by Wall Street. I think that's how it happened. Mm-hmm. So, again, when people on the right start saying, why isn't the president focusing enough on profanity on television? I'm glad he's not, because it's completely irrelevant.
Maybe because we're fighting a couple wars.
Maybe that. Maybe he's too busy proving he's actually not Muslim.
Yeah. Maybe because our economy's in the gutter.
So within Dancing with the Stars, the Chaz Bono things ends up not even being what, quote, parents should be most concerned about. But at the same time, it brings up the more general question of why are we even paying attention? And if we weren't so in trouble and worried about bad parenting, because let's be honest, if a nipple or an individual who has had gender reassignment surgery ruins a kid's life, we have to question what's going on with the parenting. As we've said when talking about McDonald's at children's hospitals, why is there a demand for that? Why is that so profitable? Well, in part, it's because of parenting. That's why. So what do you think about the whole obscenity on television thing? I mean, should there be no rules at all? Where do you draw the line? Do you think it affects children at all?
I really doubt it, considering how much exposure kids have to what's on the internet. I mean, I think profanity is just kind of negligible.
Well, but hold on. Let's assume kids don't have internet, but they do have television.
I think there should be some regulations, obviously, on daytime TV.
Like what?
Like the ones in place right now are fine.
So no nipples, no swearing.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
But
I don't think it's over the top.
People who have had their gender reassigned, that should be fine, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing, too,
I don't see how a kid could look at Chaz Bono and even think that, whoa, is that a man or a woman? What's going on here?
They have been running as intro pieces before Chaz Bono's dance, little explanations of Chaz Bono having the gender reassignment surgery. Mm-hmm. So They are telling people that.
They're telling the story.
They're telling the story. You know, the other thing is people assume if we didn't have these regulations, all of a sudden on TV things would be completely out of control. The reality is that producers of television would still bear in mind, even if there were no regulations about profanity or nudity, that most parents aren't just going to let their kids watch whatever they want, so therefore it should be predictable. If it's going to be a show without profanity, it's going to be a show without profanity. They're not just going to randomly have some episodes where there is swearing because they want the programming to be predictable to parents.
To be consistent, right?
At the same time, if there are shows that would go in a different direction, a more adult direction, we could argue, and actually contain more frank discussions of adult topics. Maybe there's nudity, maybe there's swearing. The world's not going to fall apart. We already have many countries where there aren't those restrictions on television, and everybody's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what else can we say about it?
All right.